And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gretna, Nebraska for Game 4, which is the third game we played today of the Area 6 Nebraska American Legion's Junior Tournament. Tonight's contest pits two teams from Columbus. The Columbus Junior Reds of Strategic Legacy Planning against the Columbus Blue Team or United Federal Credit Union. The game just got started a little bit ago. We had a little difficulty getting connected online. And Columbus Reds are the visiting team. Pitching for Columbus Blue is number 16, Tyler Wessel. And we've already had one batter come to the plate. That was number 3, the third baseman, Adam Camrath. And after an at-bat where he fouled away a couple of pitches, he did go down on strike swinging. So there's one out, and Jackson Peabody, number 12, the second baseman, is up to bat. First pitch Peabody took actually went behind his back, and now this pitch that just came in was a called strike, so it's a 1-1 count on Peabody. Right-handed batter as he looks in against the pitcher Tyler Wessel. The 1-1 delivery is a little bit high, 2-1 on Peabody. And we'll get you set defensively here in between the top and the bottom of the first inning. Wessel's 2-1 pitch comes in and swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 count to the batter number 12, second baseman Jackson Peabody. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Another swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning already for Tyler Wessel on the mound.
Number 11, first baseman Colin Fleer.
Brings up to bat the first baseman, number 11, Colin Fleer. Fleer batting from the left side of the plate against the right-handed pitching Wessel. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's a fastball that misses high and away for ball 1. We appreciate you joining us on GretnaBaseball.com. We're just getting started here in the top of the first inning. Scoreless contest here. This is the third batter to step up to the plate. Wessel delivers the 1-0 count, and it's a strike on the outside corner to Fleer, 1-1. Fleer steps back in. Wessel comes set and delivers, and it's fouled down the left field line and out of play over the dugout on the third base side. And Fleer's down in the count 1-2 to the pitcher Wessel. So Wessel, throwing from the stretch, not for the full windup, comes set and delivers another ball hit into foul territory, up and out of play on the third base line. Fleer fights one off. Count remains 1-2. Wessel comes set again and delivers. Fastball that's outside. Tried to get him fishing but didn't catch him. 2-2 on the batter, Colin Fleer. Here's the pitch. Fleer hits one up the middle towards center field. Center fielder comes in and makes the catch. So Wessel retires the side. Right in order, 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center. Going into the bottom of the first inning, we have a scoreless contest. Let's give you the rundown of the starting lineups for this evening's game. We'll do the batting order for the Columbus Reds, who just batted. Batting for Columbus Reds, number 3, Adam Camrath, the third baseman, batted first, followed by number 12, the second baseman, Jackson Peabody. The third batter is number 11, Colin Fleer, who just flew out to center field. The fourth batter will be number 2, center fielder, Ben Jansen, followed by number 9, left fielder, Kobe Pelk. The sixth batter is number 4, shortstop, Caleb Van Dyke. Seventh batter is number 7, the pitcher this evening, Ian Gibbs. The eighth batter is number 6, the catcher, Justin Gaslin. And the ninth batter is number 21, Mason Wemhoff. For the Columbus Blues, this is their batting order and defensive lineup. Batting first wearing the number 12, the third baseman, Tyler Palmer. Batting second, number 6, the catcher, Eric Mustard. Batting third, number 3, shortstop, Cole Wilcox. Batting in fourth position, the man that we just saw on the mound, number 16, Tyler Wessel. Batting fifth is number 21, Derek Schmeckel, the first baseman. The sixth batter is number 9, left fielder, Caden Palin. Batting seventh, number 7, right fielder, Curtis Briggs. Batting eighth, number 8, Connor Dash, the center fielder. And rounding out the lineup is number 11, Alex Ritzdorf. So we're about to get started with the bottom of the first inning. Again, pitching for Columbus Reds on the mound is number 7, Ian Gibbs. So Gibbs is finishing up his warm-ups earlier in district competition today. This is game 4, but it's actually the third game we played today. 5 Points Bank is the number 1 seed, was game 1, and they had a bye, so they advance into the second round automatically. In our 1 o'clock game, First State Bank of Fremont defeated Norfolk Daily News by a score of, I believe, 3-1. Or it ended up being 5-1, I'm sorry. In the 4 o'clock game, Baxter Auto of Gretna, the number 3 seed, beat Dinsdale Auto of Grand Island by a score of 9-1. And this is game 4, the third game that we've had today. First batter for Columbus Blues is number 12, the third baseman, Tyler Palmer. Palmer offered at the pitch like a bunt, but pulled back, so it's a called ball as the pitch missed a little bit inside. Here's the 1-0 delivery from Gibbs, again showing bunt. Palmer lays it down the third base line, but in foul territory. The count is 1-1. Beautiful day here in Gretna, blue skies, a couple of clouds in the air, but nothing serious, no threat of bad weather this evening. Hardly a breeze, which unfortunately with the heat and humidity can make it a little bit hot outside. The breeze that is blowing lightly to left field. And Gibbs tried the outside corner and missed on that pitch. Got away from it, slipped right out of his hand and didn't even make it to a batter's box. It definitely got out of the hand wrong. 2-1 to the batter, number 12, Palmer. Palmer batting from the right side against the lefty Gibbs. And there's a sharp foul ball, but way foul, out of play over the first base dugout.
Return those foul balls, collect 50 cents, courtesy of Speedy Mart and American.
And the count is even at 2-2 to the leadoff batter for the Columbus Junior Blues, Tyler Palmer. Here's the pitch from Gibbs. 2-2 delivery is a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and Palmer's run the count full on Gibbs. Palmer 1 foot out of the box, steps back to check the count with the umpire. Gibbs, again, throwing from the set position, comes set, curveball, and he just fouled it back into the backstop. Full count. Both pitchers tonight, neither of them throwing from a full windup, going from the stretch position every time. Here's the lefty Gibbs, delivers to the plate, and there's a sharp line drive into the left center field gap. That's going to roll. Left fielder misses it on the first attempt and runs back to it. Palmer's going to circle first and easily end up on second with a stand-up double to start off the inning for the Columbus Junior Blues.
Number 6, catcher Eric Mustard.
So Palmer, good piece of hitting, lost his helmet actually between first and second. He was trucking to get into second base, and he ended up coasting in. Didn't even have to slide. But a great piece of hitting as that ball was hit sharp. Hit over the shortstop's head and right in the gap and just kept rolling. The left fielder had a chance to get it early, but just missed it when he reached down. Brings up the catcher, number 6, Eric Mustard. So Mustard comes up with no outs here. Pitcher spins on the mound, but no throw back to second. Just wanted to look him back. Will come set again. Gibbs comes set and delivers to the plate. Curveball that stays high for ball 1. 1-0 count to the batter, catcher Eric Mustard. For those of you just joining us, it's a scoreless game here. We're just starting the bottom of the first inning. Second batter for the Columbus Blues. The first batter, Tyler Palmer, started off the bottom of the first inning with a leadoff double. Your batter at the plate is the catcher, Eric Mustard. Mustard took the last curveball in the dirt. The catcher lost track of it, and Palmer advanced all the way up to third from second base on that pass ball where the catcher lost track. 2-0 delivery from Gibbs. Hit hard into center field, and it's going to fall. The right fielder was actually playing almost like a rover position, almost a right center field position. But the ball dropped in front of him. Palmer crosses and scores, and Mustard has an RBI single. 2 batters into the game, Columbus Blues are up 1-0. Brings up the bat the shortstop, number 3, Cole Wilcox. Wilcox, a right-handed batter, steps in for the first time against the lefty Gibbs. Gibbs comes set and delivers to the plate. Curveball slipped out of the hand, stayed outside and high for ball one. So good start for the Blues here as after two batters, they lead this contest 0-1. Mustard gets a good sized lead off of first base, and the lefty Gibbs is going to throw over to first, but the throw will go past the first baseman, rolls all the way to the fence. Palmer's going to round second and head to third, and there's no throw. He's going to go into third standing up, just coasting across. So the error on the pickoff costs the Reds two bases as Mustard advances from first to third on the play. So now with a runner on third, Wilcox and a 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Gibbs. And it's fouled away now on the right side into the fence. 1-1 to the batter, shortstop Wilcox. So Ian Gibbs, number 7, comes set again, the lefty on the mound. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bounces it up on the inside corner for ball 2. 2-1 to the batter Wilcox. Again, Mustard is on third base. One run has already come across, and there's no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 2-1 delivery from Gibbs. And it's a ground ball hit to the second baseman. He's going to have to charge in hard. He does not field the ball cleanly. And so Mustard is going to score from third on the error by the second baseman. It was going to be a tough play, but it's a play he has to make. And just bobbled it, and so Wilcox will be safe at first.
Pitcher Tyler Wessel.
And this brings up the pitcher for today's contest for the Blues, number 16, Tyler Wessel. Wessel, who on the mound already has 2 strikeouts this evening in just the top half of the first inning. Wilcox takes a big lead from first, retreats a little on the kick. Wessel hits a ground ball to third. Third baseman fires over to second. They've got the first half, but they're not going to get the back half of the double play as Wessel's going to beat the throw to first. So Wessel grounds into the fielder's choice. Wilcox is out at second base on the force. So mark that 5-4. But on the return throw over to first, just wasn't in time to catch Wessel. So one away here in the bottom of the first inning brings up number 21, the first baseman, Derek Schmeckel, with Wessel on first base and 2 runs across. Bottom of the first inning with the score, Columbus Reds 0, Columbus Blues 2. We have a courtesy runner who's come in for the pitcher, Wessel. I didn't quite catch the number. Sam Nelson in as a courtesy runner coming in to run for Wessel, who's the pitcher.
Now running at first base, number 5, Sam Nelson.
So getting Wessel back in the dugout to keep him cool. Courtesy runner Nelson takes a big lead off first. There's a curveball that drops right in on the batter Schmeckel for strike 1. So 0-1's the count. Pickoff attempt, and Nelson is able to get back in there safely standing up. Bottom of the first inning, 1 away, runner on first. Blues leading 0-2. Runner's going to try to steal, and he's going to beat the throw to second easily. Throw was a little offline, but it wouldn't have made a difference as Nelson was already sliding into the base when the ball hit the fielder's glove. 1-1's your count on the batter Schmeckel, now with Nelson, the courtesy runner for Wessel, standing on second base. There's the pitch, a fastball right on the inside corner. Good tailing action on that fastball. Started actually inside off the plate, and it broke back to the inside corner, tailing away from the batter. 1-2 count on the good pitch there by Gibbs. Gibbs will come set, checks the runner at second, looks in, looks back and looks in again and fires. There's a hard ground ball hit towards the first baseman. He does not field it cleanly, bobbles it, pitcher tries to cover, and the runner's going to beat the pitcher to first base. He's going to be safe. That's going to be an error on the first baseman. That's a tough one. Got to give the error to the first baseman because it hit his glove and dropped to the ground, but I don't think the pitcher would have been there in time whether he grabbed it or not. It was going to be a foot race as the first baseman fielded it clear off the base. So that puts runners at the corners, brings up to bat number 9, the left fielder, Caden Pellin. Or Pilon, I'm sorry. So Pilon, the left fielder, steps in for his first time facing Gibbs. And there's a curveball that backdoors him on the outside corner for strike one. Started out off the plate and broke it back into the outside edge of the plate. Good pitch to start off. If you can pull it off and get up, it's a good pitch. There's a hard ground ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop over to second, and they won't even try to attempt the turn as the throw is a little high. The second baseman just had to concentrate on gloving it. On the play there, Pellins gets the fielder's choice, so he's not credited with an RBI. But Wessel will come in to score, making the score 3-0. And Schmeckel is put out on that ground ball to the shortstop over at second base. So 3 runs across. Caden Pilon standing over in first base. The batter is number 7 right fielder Curtis Briggs. Here's the first pitch from Gibbs, and it's high to Briggs for ball 1. Curveball that just didn't drop. Stayed up all the time from the hand all the way to the plate. 1-0 count to the right-handed batter Curtis Briggs. Gibbs comes set and delivers fastball right down the tube. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Again, if you're just joining us, it's only the bottom of the first inning. The Blues have put 3 runs across here in the bottom of the first and have a runner on first base with 2 down and a 1-1 count to the batter Curtis Briggs. Here's the pitch from Gibbs. Curveball that is a called strike. It's on the top side of the zone, but the umpire called it a strike. 1-2. On the play, Pilon took off from first. Must have been anticipating that curveball. And again, the throw was on the money this time, but it was way late, and Pilon is in there safe, so he advances to second on the stolen base. 1-2 count to the batter Briggs. Here's the delivery from Gibbs. Curveball and kind of a half swing at the curve, and that's strike 3. That would be 3 outs, gentlemen. You can clear the field. Yep, the umpire had to remind both of them, and matter of fact, they actually had to wave them off the field. They were sticking around. So the swinging strikeout for out number 3. Going into the top of the second inning, your score is the Columbus Junior Reds 0, Columbus Junior Blues 3. We'll be back with the second inning of play here from Gretna. Thanks for listening to GretnaBaseball.com. Please enjoy the following words from our sponsors. This broadcast of the Nebraska American Legion Area 6 Juniors Tournament is brought to you by our sponsors. One such sponsor is Kirsten Construction of Gretna, Nebraska, a full-service underground utility contractor, providing quality service to residential, industrial, and commercial clients in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. They provide free estimates. Give them a call. Services include underground utilities, water and sewer line repairs, and snow removal. And Kirsten Precast Concrete products include manholes, septic tanks, and special orders. Give Kirsten Construction a call at 402-332-4141, a proud sponsor of American Legion Baseball. And we're back with the top of the second inning from here in Gretna, Nebraska, the Area 6 tournament for the Nebraska American Legion Juniors in Class A. Full day of baseball on the slate. This is the nightcap, the final game today. Columbus Reds find themselves trailing the Blues after one inning of play 0-3, and up for the Reds is number 2, the center fielder Ben Jansen. First pitch that he sees from Tyler Wessel, the righty, is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 is the count. Wessel comes set and delivers fastball out off the plate. 1-1 as the pitch misses outside. Not wasting any time. Comes set. Here's the 1-1 delivery again. Fastball misses outside. 2-1 is the count. Mr. Wessel is about the second he gets the ball back in his glove, he's coming set. He's not wasting much time. Hard hit ball just over the outreached hand of the shortstop. That's going to get in for a base hit, so Jansen is aboard. The leadoff hitter reaches for the Columbus Reds. First hit of the contest given up so far by Wessel. Brings up to bat number 9, the left fielder, Kobe Pelk. Pelk batting from the right side, steps out of the box, looks down at his coach, gets his signals, digging in with the back foot. And he looks out at the mound at Wessel as he comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses low. Ball one. So Jansen, the leadoff batter, takes his lead off first as he reached on a nice solid single over the shortstop. Here's the 1-0 count to Pelk. Fouled into the backstop, 1-1. Top of the first inning here in Game 4. Columbus Reds trailing 0-3. Pickoff attempt by Wessel back to first. And Jansen was able to get in standing up. 1-1 is the count to the batter, Pelk. There's a delivery, and he tries to lay down a bunt, but he bunts it back, and the catcher touches it in foul territory. Strike two. It's one of those bunts that went straight down in the dirt and spun back, and the catcher stood up and just hit it with his bare hand for the foul ball. Wessel comes set. The right-hander pitching to the right-hander. Pelk tries to burn the inside corner, just misses inside. 2-2. Pelk steps out, back in the box. He's ready for the 2-2 delivery, and it's a fastball that misses away. Full count to Pelk. Here's the delivery, and the pitch is down in the dirt and outside for ball four. So Pelk will take the walk. That puts runners on first and second for your batter, number 4, the shortstop, Caleb Van Dyke. So after cruising along and getting everybody 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first inning, Wessel's running into a little bit of problems as the first two batters of the inning have reached. Wessel comes out, looks in, delivers the pitch to Van Dyke. That ball's going to fall just behind second base, but the shortstop's going to be there to corral it. So it looked like it was hit a little bit better than that when it came off the bat, but it just had nothing on it. He must not have hit it on the barrel, as it just kind of died out behind second base, and the shortstop was able to run under it for out number 1. So it brings up the pitcher, number 7, Ian Gibbs. Gibbs batting from the left side against the right-hander Wessel. Wessel comes set and delivers. And the first pitch fastball misses on the high side. 1-0. Gibbs at the plate, Jansen on second, Pelk at first. There's a fastball that's right on the outside corner for strike one. So 1-1 count to Gibbs. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, he can't catch up to it, 1-2. Wessel comes set on the mound. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that one's fouled back and out of play over the backstop. Thankfully, there are lots of kids here retrieving those foul balls, and definitely want to thank our sponsors, Speedy Mart and American National Bank of Gretna, for sponsoring the 50-cent bounty for each foul ball. There's the pitch. It's a curveball that he sits back on and hits it to the first baseman. The first baseman bobbles it but takes it to the base himself. So that's going to be 3 unassisted, but all runners are going to move up a base on the play.
Number 6, catcher Justin Gaston.
So Gibbs is retired. There's 2 down. Jansen moves up to third. Pelk is at second. It brings up number 6, the catcher, Justin Gaston. Gaston batting from the right side facing Wessel. Here's the first pitch right down the chute. Strike one. Just came after him with a fastball. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That one slapped in the hole between second and first, but the second baseman ranges over, makes a great play to get to that ball, and fires it to first in time to retire Gaston. So the first 2 runners advanced, got on base, but no damage was done as nobody scored. Going into the bottom of the second inning, your score remains Columbus Red Juniors 0, Columbus Blue Juniors 3. We're going to play a word from our sponsors. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting ready for the bottom of the second inning of play here in Game 4, the third game that's been played today. Leading off for the Columbus Blues will be the center fielder, number 8, Connor Dash. The lefty Gibbs comes set on the mound, delivers a fastball, and Dash dispatches it right into right field. Hard line drive through the hole between first and second. So Dash leads off with a single for the Blues. Brings up to bat the second baseman, number 11, Alex Ritzdorf. Ritzdorf's first at bat facing the lefty Gibbs. Bottom of the second inning, Columbus Reds trailing Columbus Blues 0-3. Here's the first pitch to Ritzdorf from Gibbs. It's a curveball that drops right in for strike one. So Dash over on first base after the leadoff single. Ritzdorf down 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, another curveball, and this one's right on the inside corner for strike two. So 2 pitches, 2 curveballs to Ritzdorf. Dash takes his lead off first, being cautious because Gibbs is left-handed and has that move over to first. Another curveball. This one just stayed a little bit high. 2 curveballs called for a strike, and he watches curveball real close for ball one. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Gibbs. Another curveball. This one's grounded towards the third baseman. He feels it, can't make the play at second, so he changed his mind and threw to first, and because he double clutched, Ritzdorf was able to leg it out and beat it down to first.
Number 12, third baseman, Tyler Palmer.
So that's a base hit for Ritzdorf. Brings up the bat number 12, Tyler Palmer, the third baseman. He led off the top of the first with a double to start the game. His second time facing Gibbs. Here's the pitch, and it's a curveball, good curveball this time, right on the inside corner at the knees. I guess I need to check with my official scorekeeper. Did you give that a base hit or an error on that last one? Huh?
Infield hit, yes.
Thank you, sir. 0-1 delivery to Palmer is wide of the plate. That's going to make it 1-1. Gibbs comes set, looks in and delivers. That was inside. He was backing it up. He had that little left-hander tail where it backs away from the batter. But he started that one too far inside, and it didn't catch any of the plate. Crossed inside. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 delivery. It's a curveball. Another good one where he started it right at the middle of the plate, and he's breaking it in at the batter's legs. But when it gets to the plate, it's right knee-high, right over the inside corner. 2-2. Gibbs comes set, looks into the plate, 2-2 delivery, and that one stays high, about clipped him in the shoulder. As the count goes full, as the count goes 2-2 on the batter. Okay, it did go full, I'm sorry. There's a hard ground ball hit at the shortstop. Shortstop flips it over to second, and they're not going to have any other play. As again, they really get down the line here when they hit that ball. So fielder's choice is going to move Dash over to third base. Ritzdorf is put out at second base on the shortstop throwing to second. Palmer's on board at first with the fielder's choice, brings up Eric Mustard, who reached on an error last time. He's the catcher, and he takes a big cut at a curveball that's coming into his hands and misses 0-1. So number 6, the catcher Eric Mustard, his last at bat he reached on, actually he hit a single, and then he advanced to third on the error. Check swing hit right to the first baseman. He stumps on the base and then throws high to the plate as he Dash was coming in from third. I didn't really think he had a chance at the plate because Dash had taken off right away on the hit. It's kind of an oopsie hit. He meant to check swing and he hit it down to the first baseman. So Mustard gets put out on the first baseman, taking it himself unassisted. And Palmer was moving to second on the play, but Palmer ends up advancing all the way over to third on the overthrow at the plate from the first baseman as he was trying to get Connor Dash at the plate. So it brings up to bat number 3, the shortstop Cole Wilcox. Wilcox watches the first pitch from Gibbs fall in for strike 1. And your score now, the Blues 0, Reds 4. There's a fastball that misses out off the outside corner, 1-1 to the batter Wilcox. It's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th, leading 0-4. Palmer standing over on third, and Wilcox trying to do everything he can to get him across the plate. 1-1 pitch from Gibbs is a curveball. He turns and rips it. Third baseman made a diving attempt, but it was past his outstretched arm as he kind of ripped it towards the line. The third baseman made a lunging attempt towards the line. Actually, a great effort over there at third. But it was just past his outstretched arm. And that's going to score Palmer. So your score is now the Reds 0 and Columbus Blues 5 with Wilcox on first and the pitcher Tyler Wessel at the plate. Here's the pitch from Gibbs. It's a curveball that is called strike on the outside corner. So 0-1 to Wilcox. Here's the delivery from Gibbs, and it's drilled hard. First baseman made a Patrick Waugh-style kick save over there at first and put his glove down between his legs, and it stuck. So he'll pick it up and take the one extra step and get him out. So it's marked as 3 unassisted for out number 3. After 2 complete innings of play, your score is Columbus Reds 0, Columbus Blues 5. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd inning in just a moment. Thanks for listening to us on GretnaBaseball.com. At Gretna, where we're proud to be hosting the Area 6 Class A Juniors American Legion Baseball Tournament. Top of the 3rd inning, Columbus Reds up to bat. Number 9 batter, number 21, right fielder Mason Wemhoff up at the plate. Takes the first pitch a little inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 delivery from Wessel right down the chute for strike 1. 1-1 to the batter Wemhoff. Wessel comes set. 1-1 pitch misses outside and low. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch. Took a little something off. It looked like it was going to be high, and then it just dropped. 2-2. Wessel comes set, delivers 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Wemhoff goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So go back to the top of the order. So
Third baseman Adam Camrath.
the batter is number 3, the third baseman Adam Camrath, who just missed a diving play last inning. I missed Adam his first step back because we weren't able to get online quite quick enough, so we'll get him this time. He ducks out of the way of the first pitch that was heading at his dome for ball 1. 1-0 from Wessel to Camrath. And that one's in the dirt, 2-0. So Adam, again, when Camrath came up to bat in the first inning, we weren't quite on the air yet. We were having some difficulties getting connected to the session. But he's playing third base. He struck out in his first at-bat in the first inning. And now he's watched 3 straight balls from the pitcher Wessel, as this last pitch came in over the top of his head. So the catcher Mustard's going to go out and have a little conversation with his pitcher, try to settle him down a little bit. He comes back behind the plate, and we're going to get set for baseball. 3-0 to count to Camrath. Wessel comes set from the stretch. Fires, and it's a fastball down to shoot for strike 1. Right down the middle of the plate. Here's the 3-1 delivery from Wessel. That's a fastball that's up on the hands, but he swings right through it. And all of a sudden the count is full on the third baseman, Camrath. Full count pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So there's the second out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game so far for Tyler Wessel.
Second baseman Jackson Peabody.
Brings up number 12, the second baseman Jackson Peabody. He was one of those 4 strikeout victims when he struck out in the first inning. First pitch is fouled back, just somehow got between the catcher and the umpire and made it all the way back to the backstop. So he just barely got a piece of it. 0-1. Peabody steps in. Wessel delivers fastball on the outside corner at the knees for strike 2, and he's up 0-2 real quick on Peabody. Top of the third inning here from Gretna. Columbus Red 0, Columbus Blue 5. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and it's upstairs and outside for ball 1. 1-2 to the second baseman Peabody. Peabody's batting from the right side. Wessel throwing from the right side. Wessel comes set out of the stretch, delivers the pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside corner. And that's 3 strikeouts this inning, bringing his total to 5 for the game so far. So after 2.5 innings of play, your score is Columbus Blues 0. Columbus Red 0, Columbus Blues 5. We'll be back with the bottom of the third inning in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us on GretnaBaseball.com.
Baseball fans, this broadcast of the Nebraska American Legion Area 6 Juniors Tournament is brought to you by our sponsors. One such sponsor is Kirsten Construction of Gretna, Nebraska, a full-service underground utility contractor, providing quality service to residential, industrial, and commercial clients in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. They provide free estimates. Give them a call. Services include underground utilities, water and sewer line repairs, and snow removal. And Kirsten Precast Concrete products include manholes, septic tanks, and special orders. Give Kirsten Construction a call at 402-332-4141, a proud sponsor of American Legion Baseball.
Back in Gretna from the bottom of the third inning. Appreciate you listening on GretnaBaseball.com this evening. Due up to bat, the first baseman, number 21, Derek Schmeckel. Schmeckel hits one hard down the third base line on the first offering from Gibbs, but it's foul. 0-1 is the count. Schmeckel batted before in the first inning, and he reached first base on an error by the first baseman. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Schmeckel. Fastball that bounces right behind the plate on the inside corner. Count evens up at 1 apiece. Gibbs, the lefty who started the game for the Reds, still out there flinging it on the mound. Curveball that breaks in and hits him in the knees, but the umpire is going to say, stay right here. He bent the knees right back into that pitch. He was hanging over the plate. So the count should be 2-1. That's a called ball on the plate. So a little discussion between the plate umpire and the third base coach. Third base coach disagreed, but normally the guy behind the plate's going to win that conversation every time. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As the last pitch hit him in the knee, but it was called a ball as he kind of bent his knee into it as the pitch came. And then he watches a curveball for a strike. 2-2 to Schmeckel. So Gibbs comes set. Here's the 2-2 delivery from the lefty. And this one's fouled off the right side and just over the fence into the batting cage on the first base line. Count remains 2-2. Gibbs comes set, delivers a curveball. Swinging foul down the third base line weakly. Ball actually stopped right in the coach's box on third base line. 2-2. Fastball inside, turns on it, hits it to the shortstop. Shortstop's up, makes the throw across the diamond. Gets him by a half step at first. So a nice throw by the shortstop for out number 1.
Number 9, left fielder, Caden Milan.
Brings up to bat number 9, the left fielder, Caden Pilon. Pilon last time reached base on a fielder's choice. Actually got Schmeckel put out at second base on a ground ball to the shortstop last time, so he's 0 for 1 on the evening. Pilon steps in. Here's the first pitch from Gibbs. Curveball, swing and a miss as it was outside. Didn't quite get back to the plate, and he went fishing. 0-1. Gibbs comes set. Again, both pitchers throwing from the stretch, neither of them throwing from a full windup. And there's a curveball that bounces to the catcher and past the catcher. That's going to be ball 1, 1-1 count. The lefty Gibbs comes set. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Curveball. The umpire says it got back. So he threw it outside and broke it back to the outside corner. I wasn't quite sure if it reached, but the umpire is the one who makes the final decision. He says it's a strike. We're going to go with that. 1-2. Gibbs comes set, and here's the pitch. Fastball inside and low. 2-2. So 2-2 count on the batter, left fielder, Pilon. Here's the delivery. Fastball that misses outside, way out off the plate. Full count. Again, we're in the bottom of the third inning here. Columbus Red trailing Columbus Blue by a score of 0-5. Here's the full count pitch from Gibbs, and that one misses way outside as well. And Pilon's going to reach on the walk.
7, right fielder, Curtis Briggs.
This will bring up to bat number 7, the right fielder, Curtis Briggs. Briggs in the first inning went down on a strikeout for the final out of the first inning. So this is his second time facing the lefty Gibbs. Gibbs comes set. Pilon leads off first. Pickoff attempt, and he's in standing up without a problem. Gibbs comes set again, looks at the runner, real slow leg kick. It was a curveball. He couldn't sit back quite long enough, and he ripped it almost into his own dugout. 0-1's the count on Briggs. Pilon gets the lead off of first again. Gibbs comes set. Here's the pitch. Curveball that's fouled up weakly behind the plate. The catcher makes a run at it, but can't get there. It's going to be 0-2. So Briggs has new life as that play wasn't made by the catcher. Let's see what he can do with it. 0-2 now as Gibbs gets back to the mound. So lefty Gibbs digs in with the back foot. Looks at first. Looks in for his signals. Back at first. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball out off the plate. Pickoff attempt at first. And the throwback from the catcher's going to be way late. 1-2 is your count as the pitch to Briggs was outside. Catcher tried to make a snap throw to first, but Pilon was back easily. 1-2 delivery coming to Briggs. Curveball hit off the handle. It's going to land in my lap. Nope, it bounced off the roof and off the window right in front of us. Thankfully, it wasn't coming at me. It was heading at Mr. Rhodes. So I didn't have to hide behind anything. That was nice. So 1-2 is your count to Briggs. Here's the pitch, and that's hit hard into left field. Deep fly ball. It's going to land just short of the warning track and bounce once to the fence. That's going to score Pilon, and Briggs is going to end up with a RBI double. So on the hit, Pilon came all the way in to score from first base. Briggs is at second. That's going to make your score Columbus Red 0, Columbus Blue 6. Brings up the bat to center fielder, number 8, Connor Dash. Gibbs comes set on the mound. Here's the delivery. Curveball that's right down the middle. Knee high. Called strike one. (0-1) Dash at the plate. His first at bat, which was last inning, he had a single. And he fouls this curveball weakly down the third base line. Count goes to 0-2. Gibbs kicks in by the rubber. Comes set, looks into the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball that's hit hard towards the first baseman. He gloves it clean. Throws to the pitcher trying to cover, but the throw is behind him, so he tried to twist and turn and get his foot on the base, but he wasn't able to do so. That's going to be an error on the first baseman as Briggs moves up to third and Dash is on first on the error. Brings up to bat number 11, the second baseman, Alex Ritzdorf. So Ritzdorf last batted in the second inning. And there's a pickoff attempt at first. Try to catch Dash sleeping, but he's back in standing up. Ritzdorf had a base hit in the second inning, so he's 1 for 1 on the night. So he stands in with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Curveball that stays out and upstairs for ball one. Gibbs comes set, delivers. That one's going to hit him. Hit by the pitch to load up the bases. So Dash will move over to second, and Ritzdorf advances down to first on a hit by pitch.
Number 12, third baseman Tyler Palmer.
Bases loaded and 1 out for the third baseman, number 12, Tyler Palmer. Palmer on the evening is 1 for 2 as he had a leadoff double to start off the ball game in the bottom of the first and then grounded into a fielder's choice his second at bat. He sees the first pitch of this third at bat, curveball that stays outside for ball one. So 1-0 count to Palmer. Gibbs comes set, looks in and delivers. That was behind Palmer. Great play by the catcher to catch that. So 2-0 is the count on the batter, Palmer. Gibbs comes set. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Curveball that drops right in. Mid-thigh on the inside corner. Strike one. Shadows getting longer as the sun gets lower in the sky here in Gretna. Bases loaded, one down. There's a hard ground ball, but it's foul on the third base line. Count goes to 2-2 on the batter Palmer. For those of you who may just be joining us, we are in the bottom of the third inning here in Gretna. Columbus Reds trailing Columbus Blues 6-0. Columbus Blues are at the plate. They've got bases loaded and a 2-2 count on their leadoff hitter, number 12, Palmer. 2-2 delivery is way wide at the plate. That's ball 3. So full count, bases loaded, one out here in the bottom of the third. The lefty Gibbs looks in. Here's the pitch to Palmer, and it's way off the plate. That's going to walk in a run. As the lead for the Columbus United Federal Credit Union Blues now jumps to 7-0. Brings up to bat number 6, the catcher Eric Mustard. Mustard is 1 for 2 on the night as he had a single in the top of the first, then grounded out to the first baseman in the second. He sees the first pitch, a curveball that missed the plate inside, curved a little too much for ball 1. 1-0 count, Mustard at the plate, full boat of runners out on the field, and that pitch misses as well, 2-0. So Gibbs struggling here in the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 count to the batter Mustard. Here's the pitch. And that one's right in, right on the outside third of the plate. Good curveball. 2-1. Gibbs comes set. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Another curveball, but this one stays high. 3-1 to the catcher Mustard. So 3-1 count. Gibbs in danger of walking in another run here. Here's the 3-1 delivery. Way out off the plate. He walked in another run. And we're going to see a timeout on the field as the second consecutive walk that walks in a run is going to draw a visit from the coaching staff. So the United Federal Credit Union Columbus Blues now leading by a score of 8-0 with one down here in the bottom of the third and runners covering all the bases. So it's been a long day here at Gretna. A lot of good baseball has been played. To kind of sum up the area tournament so far here in Area 6. Game 1, which actually was not played because it was a bye. The number 1 seed, 5 Points Bank out of Grand Island, went ahead and stayed at home today because they had the bye. They advanced automatically into the second round. In our first game that we played today, the number 4 seed, First State Bank of Fremont, played against the Norfolk Daily News, the number 5 seed. And in that contest, First State Bank won, so they will play 5 points at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Norfolk, with the loss, drops into Game 5, but because of the way the tournament is designed, with the bye, Norfolk will get a bye in the loser's bracket, and they will not play again until Sunday. So Norfolk advances into the 3 o'clock game on Sunday.
Now pitching for Columbus Red, number 2, Ben Jensen.
In the second game of the day that we played at 4 o'clock, the number 3 seed, Baxter Auto of Gretna, played against the number 6 seed, Dinsdale Auto of Grand Island. And Baxter Auto of Gretna came out victorious in that one. They will play the winner of this contest, which right now looks like they'll probably be playing the Columbus Blues unless there's a big turnaround tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And then brings us to the contest that we're broadcasting right now. The winner of this game will play at 7 p.m. tomorrow. The loser of this game will take on Dinsdale Auto at 1 p.m. tomorrow. All right, so it looks like we had the following changes. Gibbs went over to first base. And who's pitching right now?
Your batter was number 3, shortstop Cole Wilcox.
Number 2, Ben Jansen, Andy.
Okay, Jansen came in from center field, and he's doing the pitching.
Pitcher Tyler Wessel.
And the first pitch that Jansen threw hit the batter Wilcox. So that walks in another run, making your score 0-9. Jansen comes set, bases loaded to the batter Tyler Wessel. And that first pitch is low and in the dirt outside for ball 1. So 4 runs have scored so far here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch, and it's drilled down the left field line, and it's fair. That's going to score at least 2, probably 3. Here comes the third run, and it's safely across the plate, standing up, and on the overthrow at the plate, Wessel is going to advance all the way to third. So call it a 3 RBI double with an error reaching third. And there's still only 1 out.
First baseman Derek Schmeckel.
And the Blues lead by a score of 12-0. Now batting is number 21 to first baseman Derek Schmeckel. In as a courtesy runner at third base is number 5 Sam Nelson, who comes in for the pitcher Tyler Wessel. First pitch from Jansen, curveball that misses up and away.
Sam Nelson.
Jansen comes set and delivers, pitches in the dirt, ball 2. So Sam Nelson over at third, running for Wessel. Here's the pitch coming in to Schmeckel, and this one again is in the dirt for ball 3. Schmeckel, the 10th batter. This is his second at bat this inning. Has a 3-0 count. Jansen fires, and it's in the dirt outside of the plate. So Jansen walks.
Number 9, left fielder Caden Pallon.
So this brings up number 9, the left fielder, Caden Pallon. He walked earlier this inning. And the wheels are starting to come off here as Columbus Red is now trailing Columbus Blues 12-0 here in the bottom of the third inning with runners on the corners and only 1 out. Pallon steps into the plate against the new pitcher here, Ben Jansen. Here's Jansen's delivery, curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 count to the batter, left fielder Pallon. Here's the pitch from Jansen, another curveball. This one's fouled into the backstop. Count goes to 0-2. Pallon steps in. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Jansen. Fastball that misses in the dirt outside, 1-2. Pallon, the 11th batter of the inning so far for the Blues. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Big curveball that misses upstairs, 2-2. So 2-2 is your count. Runners on the corners, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Curveball that drops in, and it's hit hard to right field, right in front of the right fielder, who's playing, like I said, really shifted over. He's playing almost a right center field position. But that's going to bring in Nelson, who is running on behalf of Wessel to score.
Number 7, right fielder Curtis Briggs.
And Pallon has a base hit. On the play, Schmeckel is going to advance from first all the way to third. Brings up number 7, right fielder Curtis Briggs. 1 down, runners on the quarter again. Your score now, Columbus Red 0, Columbus Blues 13. And the first pitch from Jansen misses downstairs for ball one to Briggs. So Briggs 1 for 2 as he struck out in the first inning and has a double earlier in this inning. There's a curveball on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. So Jansen comes set. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Curveball called for a strike. A little generous. Gave him a little bit on the outside corner, but it's been a long inning. 1-2. Jansen comes set. Here's the delivery. That curveball stays high. 2-2. Two to the batter, Briggs. Jansen comes set. Delivers. Curveball that he called, strike 3 looking. And that's out number 2. So 2 down brings up the center fielder, number 8, Connor Dash. Sorry, Connor Dush. I've been reading it as Dash all game long. Can't read my own handwriting. Dush sees the first pitch from Jansen, fouls it out of play and on the third base line. Dush on the evening is 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the second, and earlier this inning he reached on an error by the first baseman. 0-1's your count. Jansen comes set, looks in. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Dush, and it's in the dirt. 1-1. Jansen prepares to throw the 1-1 pitch. Here it is, curveball. It's in there for a strike. It was really high and broke down at the last second. Literally, the pitch started a good 5 to 6 inches over the batter's head and dropped as it got to the plate. 1-2. Fastball misses outside. 2-2.
To the young man bringing the baseball in from the right field side. Turn it into the concession stand. 50 cents will be yours.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Jansen. Curveball hit hard right down the line, right down the third base line, and that'll bring in another run. And mercifully, it looks like the coach is putting on the brakes on running the bases as he holds the runners at second and first. So they're going station to station from this point on in.
Number 11, second baseman, Alex Ritzdorf.
2 down brings up number 11, second baseman Ritzdorf. Runners on first and second with 2 away. The Blues now trailing Reds now trailing Columbus Blue by a score of 14-0. Jansen, nice hit into shallow right field. The right fielder whiffs on it as he tries to come up with the ball after it bounces in the dirt, and that will score another run. As Pilon's going to come in and score from second, and Dush is going to move over all the way around to third base as Ritzdorf has a single.
Number 12, third baseman, Tyler Palmer.
So your score is 15-0 after 3 innings. That brings up Tyler Palmer for the second time this inning. First pitch misses, ball 1. One 0 count to the batter Palmer. Jansen comes set and delivers. Bounces in the dirt and pops back up over the catcher, and a run's going to come in to score on the pass ball. Make it 16-0. Ritzdorf advances up to second on the play. As your score is now Reds 0, Blues 16. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Curveball that's smashed into center field. Nobody's playing center field. They were all shifted all the way around. So it's hit directly over second, and there was nobody standing out there. So Ritzdorf is going to score from second on the hit by Palmer. Palmer has another hit. He ends up on second on the play. So the ball was hit straight away over the top of second base, but they are so shifted around out in the outfield. The right fielder is actually playing to the left of the power alley in right field. The catcher Mustard is up to bat now. This pitch is down in the dirt behind the plate for ball one. Bottom of the third inning, if you're just joining us, Columbus Reds now trailing the Columbus Blues by a score of 17-0. Curveball catches the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 count to the batter, Eric Mustard. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Jansen. Curveball that stays high, 2-1. I guess I have a little confusion here. Pitch is into dirt, 3-1 to the batter, but it looks like the batter is Sam Nelson. Did he check in?
I never got anything checked in.
Did you get a signal from the umpire or anything?
See one, but he's not using this. And earlier he did the courtesy runner sign, but I caught the very tail end of it. So does he have it?
It's over on the
He clipped it on the fence. 3-2 is the count to the batter, who appears to be Sam Nelson's ground ball to the first baseman. And they're going to call him out at first. It was a foot race to the bag, and the first baseman beat him. So Sam Nelson, who is batting for Eric Mustard, grounds out to the first baseman for the final out of the inning. Going into the top of the fourth inning, your score is Columbus Strategic Legacy Advisors Reds 0, Columbus United Federal Credit Union Blues 17. We'll be back with the top of the fourth in just a little bit.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's Scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's Scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
And we're back here in the top of the fourth inning in a game that's gotten away from us. Up to bat for the Reds is number 11, Colin Fleer, and he's facing a new pitcher. And that pitcher is number 2, Colby Gilson. And Gilson is up in the count. 0-2. Here's a fly ball into center field. Center fielder backs underneath and makes the catch, route number 1.
I just attached it to a different top. And then I got a new top.
Number 2, pitcher Ben Jansen.
So Fleer flies out for the first out of the top of the fourth. Gilson is now pitching number 2, center fielder Ben Jansen. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1. There's a fly ball into shallow left field. The shortstop runs back and makes a great running catch for out number 2.
Number 9, left fielder Kobe Pelk.
So Colby Gilson's come in. And the batter, right now is Pelk, the left fielder. And Pelk is going to hit one into the right center field gap. Big hard round at first, but he's going to put on the brakes as the throw came in quickly. But Pelk reaches with a base hit against the pitcher, Gilson.
Number 4, shortstop Caleb Van Dyke.
Brings up the shortstop, Caleb Van Dyke. He flew out to shortstop in his first at-bat in the second inning. Gilson comes set. Here's the first pitch. Misses high. Ball 1. One-0 delivery, and it's hit into center field. Center fielder comes up and grabs it. Throw to second. Not in time to get the runner. The play was closer than I thought it might be. But that's a base hit for Van Dyke. So 2 consecutive base hits. There's runners on first and second here with 2 down in the top of the 4th. Again, your score currently Columbus Reds 0, Columbus Blues 17. Colby Gilson on the mound. Here's his first pitch to the batter, Ian Gibbs. Misses outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery from Gilson. Fastball down in the dirt. 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So Gibbs, in his only other at bat in the second inning, grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. With runners on first and second here in the top of the 4th, with two-way trying to do something at the plate. That one's hit off the end of the bat and fouled out of play on the left side over the backstop. Count remains 2-2.
Foul balls collect 50 cents, courtesy of Speedy Mart and American National Bank.
Gilson comes set. 2-2 delivery to the batter, Gibbs. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 runners reach on 2 singles, but that's all the farther they're going to get. As Gilson gets Gibbs to strike out to end the top of the 4th. Going into the bottom of the 4th, your score remains Columbus Blues 0. Columbus Reds 0. Columbus Blues 17. Please listen to a couple words from our sponsors. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th inning.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's Scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's Scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
Baseball fans, this broadcast of the Nebraska American Legion Area 6 Juniors Tournament is brought to you by our sponsors. One such sponsor is Kirsten Construction of Gretna, Nebraska, a full-service underground utility contractor, providing quality service to residential, industrial, and commercial clients in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. They provide free estimates. Give them a call. Services include underground utilities, water and sewer line repairs, and snow removal. And Kirsten Precast Concrete products include manholes, septic tanks, and special orders. Give Kirsten Construction a call at 402-332-4141, a proud sponsor of American Legion Baseball.
We're back at Gretna at the bottom of the fourth inning in Game 4 of the tournament. Currently, Columbus Junior Reds are trailing Columbus Blues 0-17, and the Blues are up to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Last inning, they brought 16 batters to the plate. And the first pitch from Jansen misses everything above the catcher's head, flies all the way to the wood at the base of the backstop. 1-0. And the batter is actually not Cole Wilcox. The batter is number 18, Dalton Borchess. So Borchess fouls one out of play. And it's 1-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw across the diamond. It's too high for the first baseman to handle. Mark it down as an error on the shortstop. And Borchess is on base on the error. Now batting is number 2, Colby Gilson, who's currently pitching. Another curveball comes into the batter Gilson, swing and a miss for strike 2. So Jansen really leaning on the curveball here. Jansen comes set. Pitch is high. Throw back to first. And this time of night, that's a dangerous throw down to first because that's looking right into the sun. The first baseman did a good job to make that catch. Count is 1-2 as the pitch missed. Jansen comes set. Here's the pitch to Gilson. Curveball that's chopped between the first baseman and the second baseman. And again, nobody is there to cover first as Gilson goes all the way down and scores. So Gilson is able to beat it out at first base. Runners on first and second. Brings up to bat number 21, Derek Schmeckel. Schmeckel 0 for 2 on the night with a walk in the last inning. Curveball from Jansen misses way high. Ball 1. Nobody out. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the 1-0 from Jansen. Curveball that falls in for a strike. 1-1. Bottom of the fourth inning. Again, Columbus Red trailing Columbus Blues 0-17. Jansen, the pitcher for Columbus Red, fires into the batter, and there's a foul ball, way foul, pulled into the third base dugout by Schmeckel. So the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 on Schmeckel. Runners on first and second. Nobody down. Here's the pitch. Curveball that's high. 2-2. So not a sharp breaking curveball, but a big looping curveball. He actually throws it up over the batter's head and then breaks it down, and that one just didn't come down far enough. That one was thrown behind him and hit him in the back of the calves as it went past. So hit by pitch, and now we have bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting number 9, Keaton Pallon.
So Caden Pallon, the left fielder, comes up to bat. Pallon is 0 for 2 as he's walked, reached on a fielder's choice. I'm sorry, he's 1 for 2 as he's reached on a fielder's choice, walked, and then hit a single in his second at bat in the long third inning. 1-0 pitch is high, but he swings at it and fouls it out of play, 1-1, or fouls it to the right side, 1-1. I do apologize if you're listening online, but when game gets out of control, it's hard to keep your focus, and I know that I am not much help with what's going on here right now. There's a curveball that's fired in, and it's hit through the hole on the left side between the third baseman and shortstop and out to left field for a base hit that scores a run. So Pallon with another base hit is second of the night. And your score is now 18-0 in favor of Columbus Blues. Brings up the right fielder, Curtis Briggs. He struck out in the first, and his first at bat hit a double in the third and then struck out again. So he is 1 for 3 on the night. First offering that he sees, he hits foul out of play. 0-1 to Briggs. Jansen on the mound. Comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss at a high pitch. I think at this pitch, at this point, they're just kind of going up there and trying to hit anything that's thrown towards them, which would be nice. 0-2 count to Briggs. Curveball that was real low, but he took a cut at it anyways and fouled it back. The shadow's getting really long here at the ballpark as we're just reaching that point where we still have full sunlight, but it's not going to be much longer. 0-2 to Briggs. Here's the pitch. Curveball way upstairs and out. Sorry, fastball way upstairs and outside. 1-2. $18-0. Nobody out. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the fourth. Curveball hit off the fist right to the third baseman. Third baseman reaches and tags. I think the umpire gave it to him because it looked like he whiffed the runner running by to third. But the umpire called him out anyway, so remind me to send a thank you card to the umpire. So that's going to be 5 unassisted over there. Puts out Schmeckel for the first out. Briggs on the fielder's choice reaches Pallon over to second, and Nelson's going to score on the play, making it 19-0. Brings up number 8, the center fielder, Connor Dush. Dush on the evening is 2 for 3 with a single in the second, and he reached on an error and had a single in the third inning as he batted twice in the third. There's a ground ball hit to the third baseman. He fires over to second. They get the out at second. They're not going to have a chance at first. So on the fielder's choice, Briggs is put out 5-4. Dush is going to go ahead and reach, and Pallon's going to come over to third. So runners at first and third.
11, Alex Ritzdorf.
And Alex Ritzdorf comes up to bat. Pitch is low to Ritzdorf for ball 1. On the plate, Dush moved up to second, stolen base. There's a curveball on the outside corner. Called strike. 1-1. Pitch is outside and in the dirt, 2-1. So 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth inning, 19-0 lead for the Blues. That pitch bounces up to the catcher. Into dirt, 3-1. Three-one count to the batter. Called strike at the eyebrows, full count. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Going into the top of the fifth inning, your score.
Columbus Blue in the bottom.
Columbus Red 0, Columbus Blue 19.
And 1 error.
So going into the top of the fifth inning, at this point, Columbus Reds will need to score 10 runs to keep this game going. There's no 10 runs scored in the fifth. That's going to be the end of the ball game. So we'll be back with the top of the fifth inning. In Gretna, Nebraska, going into the top of the fifth inning here in Game 4 of the Area 6 American Legion Baseball Juniors Tournament for Class A. And here's a ground ball hit to the third baseman, fired across the diamond for out number 1, as the batter was number 6, the catcher Justin Gastlin.
Now batting number 14, Trenton Meade.
So one pitch, and Gaston grounds out to the third baseman for out number 1. Now brings up to bat, batting for the first time, number 14, Trenton Meade comes in. He takes the first pitch that he sees from Gilson for ball 1. Pitch to Meade is ripped down the third base line, but foul territory. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled back into the backstop, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Gilson. Popped up, and it's going to make it over the backstop? No, got hung up on the backstop. 1-2 remains your count. Hard ground ball to the third baseman. Fires across the diamond. That's out number 2.
Number 3, third baseman Adam Camrat.
And this brings up the third baseman Adam Camrat, the leadoff hitter for Columbus Reds, as they're on their last gasp in this game, trailing 19-0. Camrath, his first at-bat, struck out. His second at-bat in the third inning, he struck out as well. And he's up in the count 1-0 on Gilson. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Called strike on the outside edge. 2-1. Sorry, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that one's hit hard into center field. That's a base hit for Camrath. And that's a good piece of hitting.
Number 12, second baseman Jackson Peabody.
And I tell you what I really like about that, folks, is everything is going against Columbus Reds right now. They're on the wrong side of the scoreboard. It would have been real easy for Mr. Camerath to go up there and just go through the motions, but he went up there and got himself a base hit. Good for you, young man. Good job. Here's a ground ball back at the pitcher. Pitcher bobbles it off his wrist, rolls up his wrist, and heads back towards second, but he turns around, chases it down, and still has enough time to throw Peabody out, who was the batter at first base. Your final in this one
And that's the end of tonight's ball game.
is Columbus Reds 0, Columbus Blues 19. So that's going to close the book on this one, folks. It's been a good day here in Gretna, a great day of baseball. Seen some really good plays, some really good young ball players. It's been a privilege to do the play-by-play for you folks. I'm going to continue doing the play-by-play throughout the remainder of this tournament. We'll try to do every game. Kind of let you know how the bracket sets up. So after today, in the winner's bracket, there will be 2 games tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. 5 Point Bank of Grand Island will take on the First State Bank of Fremont. That will be your 4 o'clock contest. In the 7 o'clock contest, the nightcap, also a winner's bracket game, will be Baxter Auto of Gretna against United Federal Credit Union Columbus Blues. And that's the team just won 19-0, and the Blues will see Baxter tomorrow evening. In the loser's bracket, Norfolk, because of the way the tournament is set up, has a bye, so they automatically advance to the second round of the loser's bracket, and they will not play again until Sunday. Dinsdale Auto will play in our first game tomorrow at 1 p.m., which is technically Game 6, and they will play against the loser of this evening's game, which is going to be the Columbus Strategic Legacy Advisors Reds. So Columbus Red moves into the loser's bracket game, and they're going to be back here at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So short 18-hour break, and they'll be back on the field. For everybody on Gretna Baseball Association, my name is Andy Hardees. I appreciate you guys listening to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us on GretnaBaseball.com. Continue joining us for the rest of the area tournament. While you're online, if you're at the website, if you hit the little bubble while you're on there, you can chat back and forth with me if you have any questions. If you have any comments, I would love to see them. Remember that these games are going to be stored out here on the live broadcast page. So if you missed the live broadcast, you can always listen to it in replay or on demand. And that's for all the games of this tournament. All of them will be recorded and stored on the site so you can enjoy them. We appreciate you listening on GretnaBaseball.com. If you can't make it to the park, join us online tomorrow as we have 3 more great games coming in Nebraska American Legion Class A Junior action. Thanks for listening, folks, and have a great night.